Hello, everyone, and welcome to Judy's Mind Body. Today, we're going to start with a stool. And so if you have one, please use it. Otherwise, you can use a chair or you can use whatever you like, either seated or standing. I'm starting with some breathing, and we're going to start with a 3-part breath. This comes from yoga. So the 3 parts breath are the abdomen, the rib cage, and the upper chest. And these whole 3 parts work together with alignment and a sense that your crown of the head is at the back of the skull here and lifting you up towards the heavens. And the feet, which are grounded here in rider on horse position, I'm going to use for this stool. And I need to come to the front of it because it fits my body better that way. So whatever you want to do, but I think basically you also want to have your sits bones, which are these bones right underneath at the hips. You want to have them solidly on the stool for most of what we're doing. And you can also use the rungs of your stool. So for example, I could reach down to here if I wanted to. Here, you can play with your stool if you have one, and it's a very useful tool for accessibility. Accessibility is important because many seniors have had operations on shoulders, hips, knees, whatever. So certain principles I try to stay with everybody I work with, and that is that the knee and the hip connect all the way down to the ankle. And however you're doing this, you want to make sure that you've got a 90-degree angle from the knee to the ankle, for example, or that if you're going to move sideways, like do a sideways kind of thing, that's all moving from the hips. And also to check on one more thing that I find this is common with many people, is that the lift of the rib cage here, which gives a space between there and the hip bones, is really important to maintain. So for example, if you're doing a twist that would be like the propeller, you would inhale here. You might twist this way, but you want to make sure that you're lifting equally on both sides. And I'm now sliding across on the front of my foot, and I'm still maintaining my balance here. So there's ways you can use the stool. You really just need to experiment. So we're going to start the 3-part breath with the right hand right now on the belly, the left hand at the heart. You're going to inhale up, closing your eyes, and breathe in through the nostrils. Inhale up. Exhale slowly down. The nostril breath is said to be the safest because it's got the little hairs that filter all the dirty stuff that comes in your nostrils. So I'm going to inhale again here through the nostrils. And exhale back the same way. I'll slow down now with you. So inhale through the nostrils up to the collarbones. Hold that posture and now exhale down. You want to maintain your posture without dropping the spine. Slow it down now. Abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, raising the collarbones and exhaling down. The same way through the nostrils. Now you may notice that when you do this, the tummy feels like it expands on the inhale. And it contracts on the exhale. It comes in. Inhale, expand the belly. All the way up. And then exhale all the way down, maintaining your posture. I hope that felt good. All right. Now, the next thing we want to explore with that is we want to explore how this works with something like the Qigong breath, where you place the tongue on the upper palate. I can do this with the tongue click right there, or an N sound. That's the upper palate. The tongue is right by the upper teeth. And the palate is the hard palate there that's just behind the upper teeth. okay, in front. Okay, so you're going to inhale now through the nostrils, and you're going to exhale with the Qigong breath. Slightly open the mouth. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale with the Qigong breath. And one more. Inhale through the nostrils. And exhale with the Qigong breath. All right, now taking a deep breath and just relax. All right, so I have several things I want to do now with the weight shift. And the first is to go behind this stool and to show you how we can work with this with an up-down weight shift. All right, so carefully get up. That's probably the most important. I've got my feet out in a V here. I'm going to inhale, placing my thumbs on my hip bones, come forward on the stool and come off. And with as long a spine as I possibly can have. All right. Now I'm going to go behind the stool, make sure that you don't fall over it or anything like that, and place it in a way that you can see me coming up and down. This is a forward back weight shift up and down. So this is for the calf muscles and the thigh area right here in back. So you'll feel them really stretch out. Inhale forward and up to the balls of the feet. Exhale down and back to the heels. Keeping your posture. Inhale. Exhale. Any way you want to inhale here, but I'm using the Qigong breath. Tongue is on the upper palate. My mouth is slightly open. And I come back the same way. Now the stool started to pull towards me. So that's really a reminder that I need to not go back so far. You're going back towards your heels here, and you're coming forward towards your toes. And this really stretches out the calves and the thigh muscles. You'll feel that, I think. Exhale, inhale. Now, when you're really thinking about this technically in terms of Qigong, you can come forward, coming into the bottom of the foot, right at the what we call the bubbling spring in the center. It's an indentation in the foot. And then you can come back towards the heels. And now you'll feel the stretching out of the calves and thighs. Now you're going to feel a little bit of a drop. We call this sinking. And you're going to feel the rising here as you come into the balls of the feet. So feel that. This is really good for the feet. I'm barefoot always when I'm working this way. In a class, I might wear a shoe, but it's a shoe that'll move like a rock climbing shoe so that I've got mobility in the foot. Good. So experimenting with this is a forward, back, up, down weight shift, stretching out calves and thighs. If we go from that to a side-to-side weight shift using the stool, there's several ways you could use the stool. You could just come across and go back this way, maybe brushing across the top of it. You have to invent these things. Or you could come across here to this side and use the stool as you do a side-to-side shift. This leg is just bend at the knee. The other leg, your left leg here, is straight. This is the yin leg. This is the yang leg. Power leg, resilient leg. Coming back this way, I'm going to bend towards the stool and straighten this leg. Now this is the yin leg. I don't ever lock my knee because we want to keep all our joints open. Now you're going to come this way, bend that knee, straighten the other leg. And you'll find that the heel wants to release. Let it release. You've always got that stool you can hold on to if you need to as you slide back and forth. Yeah, I think for accessibility, this stool is great. And many people use these or some kind of a plastic chair. I like the feeling of wood. It just feels good. All right, so I'm bending over here towards, this would be your left. This would be your right. I'm bending over there to that direction. I am mirroring you today. So hopefully that doesn't confuse you too much. But it's traditional in Qigong and Tai Chi to mirror. So I am moving towards my right side here, but for you, it's your left. So I'll say, we're moving left, we're moving right. Okay. All right. So that's an example of how you could use the stool to begin to feel a weight shift side to side. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to show you was the power of, once you've got your weight shift, is to going up, down, or side to side, is to also work on the front back weight shift. So here, my stool is here to my right side here, or to the left for you. Okay, and I'm going to sink down, and I'm going to bring both legs are slightly bent now, but I'm going to bring this bent leg over towards the chair and then release the other leg, and that'll be the yin leg. And just play with it because I want some resilience from that leg. So when it drops forward, I want it only to drop to the heel, and then I'm going to shift forward to it and making sure that my knee does not go beyond my big toe there, but that I have a knee bend that's a 90-degree angle to the ankle. Then I come back and I do the same thing in back. And the front leg is the resilient leg. It's straight. The back leg is slightly bent. It doesn't need to be super bent because you want to maintain a sense that your head doesn't ever come over the knee. Why? Because the head is very heavy, 35 pounds or more. So coming back, really always respecting that knee. My knee is, it's over the big toe now. So maybe that's a little bit too low for me. And now this knee is over the third toe. So sometimes we're not evenly tracking with both knees. So, but basically don't go beyond the big toe is traditional. So I'm holding onto the chair, the stool here, and I'm just doing a weight shift. Now, when I go forward, I bring the weight towards the front of the foot, and the heel will eventually rise slightly. When I come back, I'm going to glide through the middle and then release the toe. I think you can't see that, so I'll do it again. Okay, sinking down, shifting my weight towards the chair here or stool. I'm going to release this foot here, the outside foot, bring the heel down, come forward through the middle of the foot, then the front of the foot, and the other heel will lift because this becomes the resilient yin leg. This is the yang and power leg now. Now, as I go back, I'm going to bend this inside leg here next to the stool and straighten the front leg, and notice how the toe comes up with that front leg. When I come forward, then the back heel is going to lift when that becomes the yin leg, the resilient leg. It's straight. So practice those things. They're really helpful to understand that in the middle, there is a little bit of a long glide sometimes before you release the back heel. When you're coming back, there's a little bit of the glide in the middle as you release, finally, the front toe. Practice that. It's really going to be beneficial. Play with it, and you will have much less problems with your legs. Okay, the legs are important. That's our grounding. So we sometimes just look at our arms first, but basically the feet and the knees and all of this area here of the buttocks, the thigh, the leg, the calf, the ankle, the feet themselves, you really want to keep them healthy. So here feet are in a V. This is called rider on horse position. When the feet are on a V like this, we can shift towards this chair now because we're going to begin to bring our left heel forward for a weight shift. So we've shifted the hips over here towards the chair. We're holding onto the chair or stool. We're going to pick up the other foot. We won't ever do this in reality with the Tai Chi Chih, but this is all warming up stuff that you can do to really get facility and mobility in your weight shifting. All right, now this leg here next to the chair is slightly bent. I'm going to drop this heel in front. I'm going to come forward, and as I glide forward, I will let the back heel of the back leg lift, or it just happens itself. Now you come back, and halfway around there, you'll feel from the energy coming back that the toe wants to come up in front. So here's your front shift, the heel lifts in back. Here's your back shift, the toe lifts in front. Now we are engaging with your left foot here, right there. We're coming back to engage to your right foot right here. And feel the shifting forward, glide through the middle, and now release the back heel. Glide back towards that heel, and the front toe comes up in front. But you really need to not have the heel come up immediately. Wait, because we're working for slowness, continuity, and a sense of resiliency in the body with all the joints. So rushing through, which a lot of people do, is not a very good idea for strength. You want strength. Okay, so from that, we're going to put this aside and want to go ahead with something else. When you lift up a stool, use your muscles and then release it. Okay, so coming back here, we're going to look at the Buddhist walk. The Buddhist or Tai Chi walk, start with your feet in a V, rider on horse position. You're going to start with your left leg first because that's traditional. In order to do that, you shift the weight to the right. Once you've done that, you release this heel, and we're going to pull ropes on this side. This is imaginary ropes, but they work. Inhale, and now as you exhale back, pull the rope, and you'll feel the other heel want to let go, and then you pull it on that side. You can do anything you like with this, but I'm imagining that I've got some ropes here that I'm pulling. And I come back, I start with the toe first to go to the heel in terms of my own transition with the foot. And that's called the Buddhist walking meditation. So you can play around with that. That's to get the feeling of the coming down with the front heel, then moving through what we call the bubbling spring in the center, moving to the forward part of the foot. You can inhale here and then pull back on the rope. Good. Now go back the other way. You're going to start with the toe over here and move to the heel. And that strengthens the foot and builds a sense of how you move through it. Let's inhale here for triple burner and exhale down through 3 energy centers, the head, the heart and lungs, and the abdomen. Breathe in through the nostrils and exhale down through the Qigong breath. This builds a sense of power in the body with the breath. This is your intake of air, and this is your exhale here, building a sense of resiliency and really a sense of feeling how slow this can be as you exhale. Having a nice, robust inhale is always important, but the exhale is what brings us relaxation. So inhale here, and then exhale slowly down. Did you feel the belly pull in? That's what we want. Now you'll feel it expand on the inhale. Now you'll feel it contract on the exhale. Right here. I have my students make sounds up like swish. So inhale coming up, and then exhale down on swish. Swish. Anytime we engage sound with the breath on the exhale, it builds much stronger abdominal muscles here for what we need to do. Inhale here, and now swish. Swish. Now take that swish away and just do it with your normal exhale. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale with the tongue on the upper palate. Release the mouth. Feel that come through the throat on your exhale. And one more of triple burner. Coming through 3 Dantiens, our energy centers, the head, the heart and lungs, and the abdomen. And now you're going to shake it out. Shaking out is a wonderful, if not the most wonderful Qigong move. You're going to shake out from the feet all the way up through the knees and then the abdomen and the upper body. And I like to add Italian vowels. So we're going to add some Italian vowels starting with O. Oh, make it nice and big, round and in the mouth. Again, on this side. Oh, and now ooh, ooh. Have it go a little bit higher. Ooh, and E, E. Use your face right here to really vibrate this part of your face. Yeah. Yaw. Anything you want to do. You. Yeah, that introduces a little bit of head voice, which is the voice being a really important mechanism for being able to talk to people. You want to be heard without a microphone. So those are good exercises. Okay. I think the next thing I would like to do is look at some groundings. So we're going to inhale here to your middle Dantien or the chest and exhale down to the low Dantien, your energy center right here, which is the most important. Inhale up again to the chest, your middle Dantien, and back down to your abdomen. And then bring it up to your head, all the way up here. Breathing in and now breathing out. And then if you're able to do this with your body, take it higher to the trees. Inhale all the way up through 3 Dantiens and then take it up. Inhale, open. Exhale slowly back down through all 3 Dantiens, head, heart, and lungs, and abdomen. Then take it up again. We're going to take it to the mountains. Inhale and open even farther. Bring the shoulders back open, if that's good for you. If it's not, don't do it. Inhale back and exhale down. And then we'll take it all the way up to the heavens. Slight back bend of the upper spine. You see, we're trying to really extend everything and open all the joints to make it possible to live with more freedom of the body. Okay, shake it out. You can always shake out anytime you like. Okay, and now we're going to bring the hands behind the body like this. And you're going to bring the head down, chin towards the chest, and this ear, which would be your right ear, to the shoulder and around. And keep the shoulders down here. Just bring the palms behind you, like I am doing here. And do 3 head rolls. Good. Let's go the opposite direction. So you're going to go towards this way and around. Inhale this way. Exhale down first. And now this is your left ear to your left shoulder and around 3 times, holding the palms behind you to keep the shoulders down. Circles of the head, really, really good for the connection between the neck and the head. Good. Now we're going to do the shoulders. So bringing your fingers to inside here. Let's come up first and just release some energy here. Inhale. Shoulders to the ears and send it out on a ha. Ha. Again, inhale up. And a third one, shoulders to ears. Good. Now make sure that you're comfortable with this, but you're going to come forward with these shoulders up, back, and down. And you can do this either the way we just did it there, or you can do it open, almost like you're doing a back stroke on water. Whatever is good for you. A lot of people have shoulder problems here, so this may be better for you. Forward, up, back, and down. Basically, we want the shoulder blades to roll down the back. We want to lengthen through the spine. We'll take it the other way now, back, up, forward, and down. Good. And while we have our arms there, let's bring them into a T, and we're going to do the propeller. So bring your palms up, facing up here now, and do a spinal twist towards your right, center on the inhale, and then towards your left. And remember to keep the spine long here. If you feel one side of the rib cage dropping, be aware of that. Just become aware of your body. What does it want? How slow can it move comfortably? And what's happening? We're twisting the spine right now, and this hand is moving out here. I'm endeavoring to keep my whole area here, the hip, the upper body, the shoulder, and the arm twisted, and my head, so that it's almost as if I'm doing a 3/4 turn here. And that spinal twist is something we need for flexibility. Inhale, center, and exhale to the left. Inhale, center, and exhale to the right. This is called the propeller. You can bring it up higher, experimenting with this. How is that height for you? It may not be good for you. If not, then just don't do it. Then go higher than that. Back to center, inhale, and twist. And then always you want to release. So you might want to shake that out. And you can always grab a chair. All right. So picking up a feather and letting it go is another Qigong move. And this is one of my favorites because it's a great example of the weight shift. Here you're coming over here. You're going to bend this knee in front, and the back leg will soon straighten, and even you'll be picking up the back heel automatically as you pick up a feather and let it go. And what is it in terms of breathing? This is your inhale when the thumb and the forefinger touch and you look up. This is your exhale as you flatten the palm. It almost feels like you're painting the wall. Inhale up. It feels like you're painting the wall because you step back, you bring your weight back here, and you're looking at it like, oh, I really like what I did there. Inhale. And exhale. And one more inhale and exhale. Picking up a feather and letting it go. Beautiful. Come back to center. Any tension in the body, let it go. We're going to go to the other side. I've got my feet in a V here, and I'm going to make sure that this toe is facing in a diagonal at least. So that in the back foot's actually basically centered quite well here. So I'm like this, and then I'm like that. And you're going to shift over here, bringing the thumb and the forefinger together as you inhale up. You'll find yourself ending up on the big toe and back. Look up. Now slowly exhale down. And as you slowly exhale down, bend this back knee and the front toe comes up. See that? This toe just came up. Inhale, coming forward. Now that knee bends, and now you're on the back toe and the heel came up. So the body will teach you a lot when you start moving slowly. And it will definitely teach you about strength. Inhale up. Exhale down and paint that wall. Flatten that palm. And let's do one more. This is my favorite. Inhale up. It's a great weight shifting thing. Exhale back. Good. Coming back to center. We've done triple burner. We have not done Buddha picks up the earth, I don't think. So if we have, we'll do it again. All right, you're going to start here. Arms are up. You might want to stretch the fingers first to get yourself really out there and stretch the arms too. And now release a little bit so that there's no tension in the elbows. And you're going to come down, exhale down. You're going to inhale up the center body and turn the palms upside down and exhale. Whoosh. Try wish, like wish, W-I-S-H, but you're going to make it a little bit more woo. Okay, inhale. Now when you push the palms up, try whoosh. Inhale first. Whoosh. Can you continue that SH all the way down? That's what you really want. Inhale. Whoosh. One more. Inhale. Whoosh. So Buddha picks up the earth actually has no whoosh in it. But when you want to begin to get a really good core here, it's something you can use. You can use sound to build that core, and it will actually strengthen your abdominal muscles a lot. So for example, if you are climbing stairs, that's really good for building your core muscles. And you could do this. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. I mean, you can use sound as a really good mechanism for making sure that you're breathing from here. Okay, what is next? Let's look at knocking at the gates, aerobic but controlled movement, which can help us transition more. And you're going to knock at your gates, which are your buttocks back here. And as you do that, you're letting the heel go and you're sliding on the front ball of the foot and releasing the heel as you turn. So that's knocking at the gates. And basically the gates are at the abdomen here. And you're also tapping all of the front of these front organs when you also tap at the back. It's a gentle way of bringing the chi into the body. Okay, and you can tap lightly if you have any problems there. Don't hit yourself too hard. And then the next one would be at the kidneys. And the kidney area is this low back area and usually into the waist area there. So I aim for my waist or above. And once again, I want to make sure I've got space between my hip bones and my this area here, the rib cage. So ready? I'm going right first. You don't have to do that, but basically a lot of stuff goes to the right first, comes back to the left. Okay, good. Now you're going to tap here at your Tarzan area. This is your sternum area where you make low voice sounds like ah. And we're going to make it a low voice sound like ah. Okay, that's Tarzan. Ah. I call this Tarzan steroids when you add this head voice to it. Ah. So you can do that with oh, 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 ooh, ah, ooh, eh, I, and that's actually registering right here in the front of the face. So, nya, say nya, N-Y-A, nya. You want to get that feeling that you can use this very important soundboard here, as well as this one, which most people use all the time. But you want more flexibility with the voice, work on the head voice too. Okay, so from that, we've done Buddha picks up the earth, triple burner, the groundings, heaven and earth. We have not done. Okay, so heaven and earth. You're going to bring this palm up, flatten it, this palm down, flatten it. And now both hands are moving towards the left. Good. Inhale, center, and now bring this palm up to face to the right, and this palm will end up there too. Okay, inhale, up, exhale up. Inhale first. Inhale first, exhale down, and strength. And long feeling of heaven and earth. It's a big stretch. Back to center, inhale, come back down. And one more of heaven and earth. And the opposite side. Now we're going to bring both hands up in a V here, like this. And you're going to do a side bend. Let's side bend first to our right. Bring this palm down on the side and side bend to the right. Inhale, center, both arms up, and side bend to the left. And have fun with it. Inhale first, exhale as you side bend. This is opening up this whole side body here, and it's basically giving you a good stretch here with your rib cage. And you can look up at your hand. Your feet are in a V. And now you go to the other side. Good. Coming back to center. I think I would like to do the crawl stroke. The backstroke. Feels very freeing. Okay. And now the breaststroke. Inhale. Whoosh. Try your whoosh. Whoosh. Another one. Whoosh. Good. Let it go. Wrist circles. Back. We just did forward. Good. Notice how your forearms are connected here. So let's open it up a little bit more and take it around, play with it. All the joints need to somehow start getting connected here. Let's do the accordion. Inhale out, expanding the ribs. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the tug on the upper palate. Again, in through the nose, out with the Qigong breath. I'm going to do this so you can see it. Inhale out. Exhale back. My tongue is right there. Inhale out. Exhale back. So that's the accordion. And let it go. Goodbye, accordion. You're in the ground. Okay. So I think that's pretty good. I do want to do the fountain because this is hard for people and I don't like things to be hard for people. You're going to inhale up, fold forward from the hips, flat back, and now round it and let go. Bring the backs of the palms together. Inhale up. Come back down. You can do the same thing. Forward, flat back, and now round it, let go. Lengthen your spine here. Inhale as you sink down, round, and let go. And one more for the fountain. Inhale up and release. Very good. Knee circles and hip circles. Hip circles first. Forward to your right, back, to your left. This is clockwise. When you move to the right, last one of those. Don't go too fast. See if you can keep up with my speed. Coming forward, left, back, right. That's counterclockwise. You want to be able to think both ways. When you move towards the left, it's counterclockwise on your clock. And when you move towards the right, it's clockwise. That's clockwise. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. I think we could now do our inhaling up in prayer, yoga stuff. Inhale up in prayer. And when you come down, feel the hands touch. This is prana. Inhale up again. Exhale down in prayer. And on your third one, use the Qigong breath. When the arms are not going to, we're going to do Qi here. And they're not going to touch. So come down halfway here. Now feel the arms come out here. Expand here on your inhale. When you contract, let them go only that far. Inhale out. That's your in breath. This is your out breath. And that way you'll feel it at your abdominal muscles here. Feel those pulled in. Now inhale, expand them. Now exhale back. And let them go. Good. And sink it down. Let it go. Good. All right. So the only other thing I would love to do in yoga with you, if you don't mind, is the prayer twist. So bring your feet together. Inhale, come to the front of the balls of the foot. Inhale, lengthen, and you're going to twist first towards your right. Twist, twist with your hips, your upper body, your shoulders, your elbows, your body, the face, the neck, all the way around halfway, keeping the feet on the ground, especially on the balls of the feet, slightly lifting the heels. And coming back to center, inhale, and the spinal twist, yoga spinal twist to the right, to the left, sorry. It's my right, but your left. Inhale, center, and one more, this time to your right on your exhale. How far can you go? What can you see back there? Inhale, center, and let's let it go. Good. I think we've pretty much relaxed all the joints, and we're going to come into Tadasana, the mountain pose. This is from yoga, but it's also very much shared in Qigong. And Tai Chi Chih is under the umbrella of Qigong, which means that it's both a bit of Tai Chi and a bit of Qigong. So I like to start with a Qigong warm-up, and this is the end of it. Tadasana, mountain pose. Prepare for forward, back, up, down, weight shift, rocking motion. Here's your inhale forward. Here's your exhale back. As you go back, the toes rise in front. As you go forward, the heels rise and back. But in the center is a little bit of the bubbling spring. So feel that it's a slight sinking and rising at the back and rising at the front. And you can draw it with your index fingers. It's a figure 8 on both sides. Here's your inhale, here's your exhale, and that'll be very clear when you start thinking inhale from the earth, exhale from the heavens, that there's a figure 8 there on both sides. Energetically, here's your inhale. And here's your exhale when you start down from the top of the 8. Rocking motion. 9, 27, or 36 times, your choice. I'm going to end it here. Ground into the earth, resting on globes of energy. I'll get my feet in a V here for bird flaps its wings and prepare that. Inhale for bird flaps its wings. It's a sinking weight shift here. And the heels are up. Inhale, center. Second one. Each one of these bird flaps the wings items is in 3s. Here's the third one. This has a wrist circle forward. Only one. And inhale back. Lengthen the spine. Second cycle of 3 cycles. And third cycle. And lengthen as you inhale. And sink it through the earth. Ground it down. Resting on globes of energy in resistance to gravity. And now we move to our first forward back weight shift around the platter, shifting to your right, bringing your left heel forward. Around the platter in chest high water. It's a circle. Circularity, softness, smoothness, moving from the center, and feeling it within are all aspects of Tai Chi Chih, which we have just started with rocking motion. And now we're into our first forward back weight shift on your left side. Notice how you shift forward and the heel lifts in back. You shift back and the toe comes up in front. And you glide through the middle in chest high water. Right at your sternum, basically, right here, without dropping those palms. And one more here. And bring the foot back in. And now shifting towards your left to bring your right heel forward. Release the heel first. Around the platter in chest high water. Chest high water would mean wherever your chest sternum is, that's where the top of the water is. And feel it with your fingers. And the palms themselves are rounded and relaxed. No tension. You can always check it out. Are the fingers tense? Let them go. And whatever foot you're on, you're going to go outside that foot first and then make your circle. So right now you're on your right leg. The circle starts outside and comes back to the other side. And what that does energetically is it's an inhale there, it's an exhale back to that back foot. And it's a energetic practice. Okay, we're going to bring that right foot in. We've finished around the platter. And now we shift towards your right to start again with the next one, which is going to be around the platter variation. So you've just dropped your left foot forward. You're going to pick up a ball of energy here, right by that left shoulder. Inhale it out. Sink it right opposite the heart. And the palms are rounded. Inhale and exhale. Exhale opposite the heart. That gives you plenty of time to do a slow exhale that energizes the back foot and the back leg becomes bent. Front leg becomes straight and it keeps changing like that. Back leg is yang, front leg is yin. Yin is straight. When you come forward and bend the front leg, that's the yang leg, and the other leg becomes straight. So they're always switching. Who's in front? Who's in back? They both receive the yang leg, the power leg. And then it goes to the back leg, and that leg becomes the yang leg. Good. Let's bring that left foot in. Inhale, sink it down. Shift towards the left, release your right heel, and pick up the ball of energy there and release it in chest high water on your right side. Let's do 2 more here on this right side. And last one. Good. I think that feels good. Inhale and sink it down, resting on globes of energy. Let's take it up to the middle Dantian at the heart and lungs. Breathe it in and exhale it slowly down. And we'll take it up to the head, our third Dantian or energy center, and exhale it down. Very good. Now we move to the next move, which is bass drum. And you're going to shift to your right to bring your left forward. You're going to inhale here around the drum. Feel the rim of it like velvet and exhale back. You start feeling like your back foot is in a 45-degree angle to your front. That would be correct. Inhale. That helps with the balance back there. Bass drum on your left side right now. We'll do one more. And we'll bring that foot back in. Inhale and exhale. And sink it down. And shift to your left and release your right heel. And prepare for the other side, bass drum. Feel the center of the foot. Feel the front of the foot. When you come back, feel the toe rise. Now, when you're in front, you've got your yang leg and feel that the back leg was more resilient. It lifted the heel. And you're gliding through the center, the bubbling spring area. Let's do one more on this right side of bass drum. Bring the foot back in. Inhale. And sink it into the earth. Double ground it here. Bring it to the heart. And take it up to the head. I like to extend my groundings. And sink it down. Bring it up higher to all the trees and the mountains. Expand. Build your own strength. Exhale down and your resilience. And then bring it all the way up to the sky. Slight back bend, upper spine. Breathe. And then exhale down slowly. Relaxation response is when you can really do a long exhale all the way down to the abdomen and then release. This feels so good. Let it go. Okay. So let's now do our next move, which is going to be daughter on the mountaintop. Shift to the right, bring your left forward. You're going to start in Tadasana, the mountain pose. This is straight Qigong and yoga here. And you come up the mountains on both sides, and you come down through the center trail with your left hand behind the right on your circles, because the left hand is closer to the heart. The outside circle is often thought of as someone else or another concept close to the heart, but your own left hand is your heart hand, and it's behind. So as you climb the mountain here, I like to think that there's two mountains and a central trail coming down through the center. And I'm going to inhale to go up the mountains, and I'm going to exhale to come down through the central trail. And it's a journey. And it's a slow weight shift forward and a slow weight shift back. Good. Now let's bring that foot back in, your left foot. Inhale to sink that whole practice down through the earth, at least for the left side. Shift towards the left, bring the right heel forward, and we'll start with Tadasana to come up the mountain. Daughter on the mountaintop. Your left hand and mine is still close to our own hearts. As we cross the wrists here, the right hand will be on the outside. And feel your weight shift forward. And feel your weight shift back. Glide through the middle. Good. Let's make this the last one because we did a lot of Qigong. I want to give a taste of Tai Chi Chih today. Inhale and sink it down. And let's bring it up to the heart. Sink it down. Bring it to the head. Sink it down. And now take it all the way up, because now we're going to go from the top of the mountain down. Inhale up. Slowly sink it down. Daughter in the valley will start on top of the mountains. Shift it to the right. Bring it, your left heel forward. And you're at the top of the mountains now, both sides, and you're going to exhale down and inhale through the central trail. Make sure you get a good weight shift here. Forward, inhale. This is considered maximum polarity here, so feel the energy here connecting through the palms on your inhale, and then let it go over the mountains. Let it go over the mountains. Good. We'll do one more on this side. Daughter in the valley. Let it go. Bring the foot back. Inhale, sink it down. Single grounding between left and right sides normally. Shift it to the left. Release your right heel. Daughter in the valley starts on those mountains. You exhale down on either side of them, and you inhale here. And it is literally a heart shape. Exhale as you look back down through the valley. Inhale as you come up through the trail. I like allegories, so this all makes sense to me. You can think a different way. I don't mind. But this is the inhale. And this is the exhale over the mountains. If you have a story, sometimes it helps the imagination to put this all together and move slowly. So try that. Coming up the central trail slowly, looking over to the valley, and then coming back. One more on your right side. Good. Inhale, sink it down. Double ground it. We finished both daughters on the mountaintop and in the valley. Now we move into carry the ball to the side. So let's move over this way. Bring your ball with you in your mind. Sink it down. Wind up. Pick up the ball. Shift into this leg. That's your yang leg. Release the yin leg here, just the heel. And come across in a slight squat position, meaning that you're sliding across on a piano bench, possibly. Inhale, sink down. Wind up. Second cycle of carry the ball to the side. Sink it down. Inhale here. Third cycle. And go back. Wind up to your left and move to your right. Bring out the right heel and move that way. Letting the hips bring the knees and the ankles with you. Keep the hips underneath the upper body because you are sinking here. As you're sinking in a kind of a squat position here, be careful to make sure you're comfortable. Sink down. This will be the last, or the second group of the last of our carry the ball to the side. So inhale, sink it, and we'll do one more this way. Wind up, release the left heel, and move left. Very good. Inhale, sink it down. Double ground it. Bring it to the heart. And sink it down. As we prepare for our next move, which will be push, pull. Come to a convenient, comfortable position for you. And you'll start here with the heel of the hand moving down and then up. And you turn the palms very gracefully back to your heart, and that's the inhale. And here's the exhale here. This was originally marked as an exhale forward and an inhale back. So see if that works for you. Sinking down, shifting to your right. Left heel comes forward. Push, pull. Inhale to the heart. It's a circle. Enjoy it. Three more. Last one. Good. Bring that left foot back in. Inhale, sink it down. Shift to the left. Bring your right heel forward. Push. Pull. Inhale back. Giving and receiving energy to the heart. Three more. Last one. Double ground it. Pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe is next. Shifting to the right, bringing your left heel forward. Pulling in the energy with the fingertips up. Three more. Last one. Bring that left foot in. Inhale, sink it down. Shift to the left, release your right heel, pulling in the energy with your inhale. And sending the energy you receive to your back foot. Bringing the energy through the fingertips will focus there for your brain. You'll be bringing brain and heart together. Your third and middle Dantien. Two more on your right side. Feel the circle. Sink it into the earth and double ground it. Basic taffy. Bringing your left heel under, your left hand under, and coming over here to your left. And now your right hand under. Feel the shift and the extension. Feel the heavy energy or the air when the palms pass here, and then let them go. Basic taffy coming back to the left. And sinking it down into the earth. Our next move will be anchor taffy, anchoring your right hip, bringing your left foot forward. Inhale. Open the body. Sink. Other hip is grounded, and now you open and bring it to the right. The right hand is the underneath hand, it's the invite hand. And that'll be true when you go to the left here soon. Ground first in the center and then move to the left. Couple more here. Moving forward with anchor taffy to the right. Square the hips. And now we'll move back to the left. Inhaling forward, releasing, sink it down, and bring it to the left. Beautiful. Inhale and sink it down. Let's double ground it. That's a beautiful, also energetic taffy, anchor taffy. And our next taffy will be circles taffy. The feet are in a V. Inhale for circles taffy. Sinking and rising. Left hand under, move it to the left. Sink. Inhale, sink, sink, sink. Wind up to the left, and move it to the right with your right hand under. Beautiful. We'll end it here with the circles taffy and sink it into the earth and double ground it. Bring it to the heart on your inhale, bring it down on your exhale. We'll bring it to the head and we'll sink it down. From your third Dantien through the middle and down to the bottom one, which is your basic Dantien for this practice. Good. Now we're going to do perpetual motion taffy. It's our third variation and it involves a heel step. Ready? Here we go. Back to rest. Inhale here. Sink it into the earth as we move into our next move, which is going to be working the pulley. Shift to the right, bring your left foot forward. Your left hand is out this way, your right hand is underneath the hip, and you're going to do a diagonal cross. Working the pulley. Exhale here. Inhale this hip back, and that'll bring the other foot to the place where it needs to be. You're sliding on the front heel, you're sliding on the back ball of the foot. And it's not a terribly long front back weight shift, so alter it as needed. Two more here. Last one on the left side. Good. Bring that left foot back in. Inhale, sink it down, and prepare for the right side. You're going to bring your right hand forward. Your left hand will be underneath this hip. Your right foot will come forward, and then you're going to diagonally cross here. And that hand that's forward now is the dominant hand. Exhale there. Inhale this hip back, and that'll bring the other hand around. And you're sliding on the back ball of the foot, and you're sliding on the front heel. So this takes some coordination. Basically, the palm is moving straight out, and then it turns when you inhale back. Make sure we stand up tall. Exhale there, inhale back. Let's do one more on this side of working the pulley. Inhale and sink it down. Double ground it. Bring it to the heart. Bring it all the way down here. Rest on globes of energy. And we will go to our next move, which is going to be light at the top of the head, light at the temple. Feet are in a V. Sink down. Bring the hands right here to right the crown of the head, back of the skull. Sink and rise. Feet in a V. Good. I'm just stepping back so you can see this. You're going to circle the palms. It's circling the energy, and the palms are simply moving around the yan circle, yan yin circle, Qigong circle here. Hold it. Sink and rise, and let it go. All that energy. Hold it. Let's circle it again. Hold it. Sink and rise and let it go. Out into the world, palms face down to the earth. And then they come up with your left hand close to the heart here. It's on top. Inhale, sink it down through the center body, and then bring it to your temples, light at the temple, just behind the ears, feet in a V. Sink and rise. Let it go. Hold it there. Breathe softly to yourself. Circle it. 4, 5, 6, perhaps. Inhale, sink and rise, and let it go. Out into the earth and back to your heart with the left hand on top for you and for me. Sink it down. Joyous breath is next. Make it joyous and fun. Inhale up and come down 4 times. Heels down. Again. And a third time. Preparing for passing clouds. Brushing the elbow is traditional, and it actually makes the figure 8, which is our symbol of long life and health. And as the mirror hand passes you, we don't follow it if it's a meditation practice. And Tai Chi Chih is considered a meditation practice. Good, last one. Bring in the foot, inhale, sink down. Inhale up to the heart. Exhale down. Inhale to the head. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up to the stars, the sun, what's above us. Inhale. Lengthen, slight back bend upper spine. And slowly exhale down in relaxation response. As we come to the 6 healing sounds. The first is the heart, and it's ho. The next is the spleen, and it's hu. The third is the liver, and it's tsu, T-S-U, su. The next is the lungs, and it's sh. The next is the triple heater, and it's shi. And the last is the kidneys, and it's chui, chui. Okay, here we go. Ho, hu, su, sh, shi, chui, ho, hu, su, sh, shi, chui, ho, hu, su, sh, shi. 5 chuis. Tree in figure 8. Tree, 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 tree. Mixing the energy of yin and yang, all the things that we've worked on today, all the opposites, and bringing your left heel to your right ankle bone in cosmic consciousness pose. Your left hand close to the heart, looking through the window of eternity and over it. Interlace the fingers, bring it overhead in gratitude for this beautiful practice. And for all of us who practice it, we are grateful. Thank you for coming today.